तेने ब्रह्म हृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि. Hari Om. I welcome you all to this session of Bhagavatam, and I like to take you all through a process in the beginning of the session. This will help you to go inside, stay inside, and from there realize what is all about. Okay? Now all of you close your eyes and just follow the breath inside and let the breath be slow and steady. Slow down your breath with your closed eyes. Become aware of the breath around your nostrils. Observe from which side the breath is going in and from which side the breath is coming out. Slow down your breath and slowly follow the path of breath inside your nose. And become aware of the air going in up to the top of your nose, then to the back of your throat, then down to the root of the neck, and then down to the heart level. So keep observing the path of the air entering your heart region. Slow down the breath more and more. Become aware of your breath in your chest region. Focus on your heart region. Install Bhagavan Krishna in your heart. Become aware of your whole chest, but let the focus be on the Krishna in your heart region. Become aware of your breath, slowing down more and more. Experience the inner calmness. Slow down further and further. Enjoy the inner calmness with very few thoughts. Thoughts will come, but don't take notice. Just focus on the inner calmness. Just focus on the breath, which is slowing down. I will tell you a small story. You be a part of that story. There was a student who went to his guru and asked the guru, Guruji, my family wants me to take them to a cinema. I don't like to watch the cinema. But they have been forcing me for a long time. What should I do? Guru said, go and watch the movie. But once you go there, see the screen. Watch the screen. Focus on the screen before the movie starts. But don't lose the sight of the screen even when the movie starts. Let your focus be on the screen only. So the student went to the movie. There's a white screen which is still. So he focused on the screen. His whole attention was on the screen only. Then the movie started. There's a lot of action, lot of people, lot of fighting, lot of destruction, burning of the cars, lot of blood on the ground. The student felt, I'm not able to see the screen. He was searching for the screen. He couldn't identify the screen. So the movie is over. Then the student went to the Guru and said, Guruji, as you said, I focused on the screen completely, but once the movie started, I lost the sight of the screen. I was trying to see, but I couldn't. My vision is covered by all these actions which are going on, but I lost the sight of the screen. Then Guru said, you saw the screen and you saw the movie also. The movie was on the screen. Without the screen, there is no movie. So much you saw in the movie. There were things burning. There was so much of blood. Movie is over. But there is nothing on the screen. All along the screen was there. But because you are searching for the screen, you miss the screen and fail to understand the movie is on the screen. Screen is as it is. Whatever happened on the screen, nothing happens to the screen as such. So you have not lost the sight of the screen, but you thought you have lost the sight of the screen because you were expecting something else. You were expecting to see the screen through the movie. It is understandable that the movie is happening on the screen and nothing is happening to the screen as such. The screen is permanent. The screen doesn't move. The screen doesn't change. The screen doesn't get any stains of blood or damages. But everything is just a temporary illusion. So when you focus on the screen inside you, the Atma, which is stable, which is immovable, which is eternal, and when your focus is on that, the mind will slowly calm down and you will experience the inner peace in spite of what is happening around. Just focus on your inner calmness for some time. The screen we see in the movie is two-dimensional. But Bhagavan's screen is multi-dimensional. That's why we get deep into the illusion, identify ourselves with the happenings and suffer. Now slowly you may open your eyes. Right? So please let me know about this meditation we went through on the story, and I like to know your opinion on this, because I heard this recently and it had a profound effect on me. So I like to have your opinion also. So last week we concluded our class with the Bhakti Yoga. Okay. In the Naimisharanya, the two questions which which the rishis asked for Suta Maharshi are what is the best way for a humanity to get out of this suffering. And now, what is the second question is, what is the essence of the Vedas? So for these two questions, the answer is the same, which is the Bhakti Yoga. So in fact, the Bhakti Yoga is the foundation for us to lead a happy life, peaceful life when we are in this material world, and also to progress spiritually and attain the lotus feet of Bhagavan. I will take you through the steps of the Bhakti Yoga again, because this is very, very important. And the first and the foremost thing is we should have gratitude. All the 24 hours, let the gratitude be in our mind for having this human body and having a chance to study and do the Bhakti Yoga. Okay. So when we have the gratitude, whatever we do in life, we will automatically do it with humility. So in that way, when we have, it's very easy to follow the path of Dharma. So we don't have to keep asking ourselves, is it Dharma or is it not Dharma? What am I doing? Am I doing the right thing, or am I doing something which is not in the path of Dharma? So that question doesn't arise when we are soaked in the gratitude for whatever we receive in our life. And along with that, there won't be any regrets also in our life, because this leads us to surrender totally to Bhagavan. Okay. Now, how does the people see? Most of us, all of us go through the stages of the tamas, which is the inertia, rajas, which is the activity with selfish tendencies, and the sattva guna, which is the calmness, clarity of the mind, and the ability to focus on one thing. So we all go through all these stages. So for people who are already in the sattva guna, it is not a problem to enter Bhakti Yoga and progress. But those who are not in the not attained the certain level of sattva guna, for them it is very difficult. And God has compassion, and that is why He came in the form of the Bhagavatam, and in that He had described the path of the Bhakti, how to enter the Bhakti and how to progress. Now, how do we enter the Bhakti? First of all, we have to find a Guru, and the Guru appears in our life only when we have enough punyam. If the punyam is not there, the Guru is not going to appear in our life, no matter how much we try. So we have to approach a Guru, and once we approach a Guru, we have to have a right kind of mindset for us to absorb the Brahma Vidya. So it is not an ordinary Vidya, it is not a material, it's not an objective science. So we can look at it and then decide and then describe and then enjoy that. It is not that, it is something subtler. So for that, we need a subtler and a subtler mind. So that comes only when we make our mind go through certain processes. So offer seva to the master, have the faith, the shraddha in the master and the words of the master and surrender to the lotus feet of the master. And there are a lot of other devotees are there, so associate with them. All the devotees are in the various stages of growth, so we learn to accommodate everybody, we learn to get over everything, still be friendly, still carry on the seva which is required for the Guru and the Bhagavan and the Bhagavan. Then what else is required? Then we have to, so Guru talks about the God, and there are pujas also in the ashram, offer bhajans. So when we take part in the bhajans, when it is a group chanting, the group energy goes up, and along with that, when we do the clapping of the hands, it's like a acupressure. So we are stimulating the nerve endings in the hand, and with that repeated stimulation like this, our energy level also goes up. And that is why those who do the bhajans regularly, especially in the group, they feel very energetic and happy at the end of the bhajan session. And also we all have certain amount of reservations, so we are not open as soon as we go, especially the people who have achieved certain levels in their professional life. Lot of inhibitions, it's a highly conditioned mind, lot of inhibitions, we don't open up our mind, we don't mix that easily with the people, and we don't even sing properly, because all the time, oh, I'm not singing well, oh, I'm not in tune with the others, what will people think? It's all that, no, the focus is on projecting ourselves. So this is what happens in the corporate world. So that same conditioned mind we are going and to do the bhajan and to do the clapping also, we look around and then try not to, all the time focused, am I doing right? Is it the right way to do? So mind goes around, not on ourselves, not in connection to the God, not in being an innocent child. So what God wants is an innocent heart, the heart which is open, the heart which loves to connect to the God. And so that is what is very important, and that happens only when we do the bhajans. Just do it the way it comes, just let it happen. So this will break our, the ego, the conditioning we have had all along the corporate life. It needs to be broken. Unless it is broken, it's only theoretically we think, oh, I know all about it, I'm doing right. No, you have this is just it's an other illusion, and it's an other kind of an ego. So the ego is very important to be broken. For that, only a childlike mind which is ready to adopt and accept everything. So that is the advantage of doing the bhajans in the in a group. So with that, slowly the bhakti also increases, our restless mind settles, we learn to focus well on the vigraham which is there, on the Guru. Then when the mind is focused on the Guru, whatever the Guru is saying, we are able to listen carefully and then understand and recollect after the class is over. So with all these things, what happens? We develop a kind of attachment for going to the ashram, and we develop liking for the Guru, we develop liking for the people around and the knowledge. So the taste increases. As the taste increases, we get attached to the Guru. There is nothing wrong in getting attached to the Guru. One person actually asked me in the past, say, I have an husband, is it not a wrong thing to get attached to the Guru? Say, the relationship between the husband and the Guru is totally different. The husband and wife relationship is at the material level, whereas the attachment to the Guru is going to take you to the higher and higher levels to the God realization. He makes your mind focused on the knowledge, and the mind get absorbed in the knowledge, and eventually it abides in the knowledge. So for that you need to have a form which you like. And those who don't get attached to the guru, they are the ones who goes around doing the guru shopping. So those who do the guru shopping, they don't get anywhere. You got to sit tight, connect to one person. And gurus are nothing but the mics for the scriptures. So whatever the scripture is there, it is coming through their body. Whatever the spiritual knowledge, the Brahma Jnanam, the word of the Bhagavan, the energy of the Bhagavan is coming through the mouth of the Guru. And that is why they say Guru and the God are one and the same. And when the student realizes the true nature, then the student, the Sishya, Guru and the God are one and the same. So it's very important to have a guru and connect to the guru, and there's nothing wrong in getting attached to the guru, and that is how we all grow. Okay, and then this attachment to the guru gradually expands to the attachment of the Bhagavan. We cannot talk to Bhagavan directly, but we can talk to the Guru who talks about the words of the Bhagavan. So this is an indirect way of reaching reaching the God. So once you reach the God, the Guru takes the steps aside. It just happens, you get attached and dissolve into the Bhagavan. So you develop a kind of a bhava, a fondness for the Bhagavan. So here we are developing fondness for the Krishna, and the relationship with the Krishna depends on the person and their emotional growth. So it can be anything, Dasya Bhava, or it can be Vatsalya Bhava, or it can be a Sneha Bhava, or it can be Madhurya Bhava. It can be anything. It doesn't really matter. There's nothing wrong in having Madhurya Bhava. After all, we belong to God. We have come out of God. So we have to go back to the God. Unless our attachment to the God, the divine love is intense, if the intensity is not there, the mind is going to come out all the time into the material world, and in that way we are going to lose out. So when this prema, the love for Krishna increases, we have darshanam of the Krishna in the heart all the time. So when I said install Bhagavans, the Vigraham of Bhagavan in the Krishna, slowly the darshanam happens. How does the darshanam happens? Because we are seeing every day, because we are developing that emotion, you start seeing Krishna as a person in flesh and blood. You will experience him reciprocating your love. It is not imagination, it is not craze, it is the advancement in the spiritual sadhana. So you will have darshanam of the Krishna, and then the intimacy with the Krishna grows to such an extent, you embrace the feet of the God and you will experience those sensations in your whole system. No, sorry. Okay. See, we have the darshanam of God, and that darshanam gets more and more intense. And when that darshanam happens, you can't maintain the distance between the Krishna and you. The mind craves, that is the nature of the mind. It's like the river longing to merge with the ocean. The consciousness in us longs to merge with the ocean of consciousness. This thin stream of consciousness longs to merge with the ocean of consciousness. And that's why you feel that intense longing when you see Krishna in the form as flesh and blood, a real person. You can't hold yourself back. It's just impossible. You embrace the lotus feet of God. You will experience the sensations in your body as though you are actually doing it, because mind is very, very powerful. And that's why when we have a nightmare, the tiger appeared in the dream. But we wake up with palpitations and sweating. When you wake up, there is no tiger. The tiger was in the dream. But still it takes time for the body, palpitations and sweating to reduce. So we drink water and then we put the fan on, and then we remind ourselves, no, I had a bad dream. It's just a dream. So we remind ourselves, and it takes time for the palpitations to get back to slow down. Imagine the same kind of thing. So it shows how powerful the mind is. The greatest bhaktas, they experience the God in themselves all the time. They are one with the God. They feel Him. Because they are in them all the time, they see Him outside also. And that is why that Mahatma ran after the dog when the dog snatched the piece of bread and ran away. That Mahatma ran after the dog saying, "Oh Narayana, Narayana, I have not put the butter, wait. That was the state they are in. So it is so powerful, the mind is so powerful. And for the mind to get that kind of intense attachment to the God, one has to spend a lot of time. It doesn't work. Few hours here, few hours there, I will do, and then I'll get God realized. It doesn't work like that. We have to spend a lot of time. After so many janmas, we got this body, this human body. This far we have come. So don't take it easy. It's a very, very important thing. So then once you have the darshanam, then you have that, you embrace, and then you will experience the madhurya bhava. This is able to relish the sweetness of Sri Krishna. So these are the stages which a sincere devotee goes through. And this is a guideline for us to check ourselves and see where we are lagging and work on ourselves. Okay. Now, I took you through this meditation of becoming aware of the whole chest, but the focus is on Sri Krishna in the middle. Okay. Now, after the class, you please expand the whole thing. Become aware of the space around you. Just 6 feet First, initially start with 6 inches all around. Then slowly increase it to 6 feet. Then to 12 feet all around you. Then slowly keep increasing. Okay. Now, you also become aware of the objects around you. People are there, trees are there, birds are there, dogs are there, earth is there, road is there, cars are there. All these things are in the space. And keep expanding. Slowly keep expanding to such an extent you can see the mountains, you can see the rivers, you can see the sky and the clouds, you can see the trees, you can see the plants with flowers, you can see the bees, you can see the birds, you can see the animals, you can see the people, you can see so many heads, you can see so many eyes, you can see so many ears, you can see so many chests, you can see so many arms, you can see so many legs, you can see so many feet, you can see so much of activity, and you should be able to see so many kundalas in everybody's ears, the kiritas. Just be with that, just stay with that vision. Stay with that vision for a while. And that is what is the Vishwarupam. So this Vishwarupam is the one which is described in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and also in the Purusha Suktam, Sahasra Sirsha Purushaha Sahasrat Sahasrapad. All padas are Bhagavans. This whole body is made up of Pancha Mahabhutas, which has come from Bhagavan. So there is no difference between the body and the Bhagavan. If you imagine, the Bhagavan is all pervasive. The closest we can go is the space. And in the space there is a vapor. That vapor, when it cools down, it becomes water. When it is a vapor, you cannot see. But when it cools down and becomes water, you can see and feel. But it moves around. But when the water freezes, it becomes ice. So that is the gross form of the vapor. This body is nothing but the grossification of the consciousness. This is made up of Pancha Mahabhutas. There is a space in that. And in that space only all the heart and the lungs and the intestines, liver, kidneys, everything jam-packed in this body. So the space in that, there is a wind in that, there is water in this, there is fire in this, and there is earth in this. This body is nothing but a modified form of earth. We eat the fruits, we eat the rice, we eat the vegetables. They are all nothing but the modified form of the earth. So this body is a combination of Panchamahabhutas, and these Panchamahabhutas are nothing but the manifest form of the original form of Bhagavan, which is Krishna Tattvam. Okay? Saints have realized this. The saint's mind is aware of both the gross form of the body and the subtle form and the cause, the Ishvara, the prana, the consciousness. So their mind is not, there is awareness, but they are not focused on the bodies as such. Their mind is always on the Bhagavan, which is the consciousness in all the bodies. So this is called the shift in the vision. This is Vedantic vision. The shift in the vision has to happen to the devotee, and it happens only when the bhakti is intense. You remember we studied in the Mahatmyam, the Bhakti Devi said, because there is not enough vairagyam, because there is no bhakti, there is no vairagyam. Because there is not enough vairagyam, there is not enough knowledge, the jnanam. So didn't she say, in Kali Yuga, I am also weak, and my children, my both sons, jnanam and vairagyam, are also weak. So these three things work together. It's very, very important along with the bhakti, for the bhakti to intensify, for the jnanam to stay inside all the time. We have to stop this leaking, that leaking of the mind through all these five senses. This is the greatest obstacle. It is not difficult to understand the Krishna in its original form is Krishna Tattvam, and the Krishna body and all these Dashavataras are nothing but a manifest form for a purpose in the Vishwam. But the true nature of God is the consciousness. So the saints have the tilt in the vision. That's why their mind is always on the consciousness, which is in every single body, and that's why they see every being is a manifestation of God. So when that tilt in the vision happens, it becomes easier for us to forgive. Forgiveness is very important, not for the sake of the other person. It is for the sake of us. That that bad experience, whichever happened in our life, is going to be a big boulder on the path. The vehicle cannot move forward. So most of the time it is the negativity, it is the negative experiences which we all go through holds the people back. And why I am stressing on the negative experience as an obstacle is, I get the phone calls from the students who are struggling with these negative experiences, and they're finding it very difficult to get over that. The only way of getting over that is we have to remember whatever bad experience happened in the material world. Don't hold on to the material world. Hold on to the something higher. Hold on to the Bhagavan. He is ready to take you. He is giving his hand. He has given his hand by creating the bhakti in us, by making us attend the classes, whichever class you are attending. He has given that opportunity. Come on, go and learn Jnanam, go and learn Shastra. Abide in me, abide in the Jnanam. He has given that opportunity. We have to hold the hand of Krishna very, very tightly. Put the mind only on that. See, if we don't make an effort, this negative impression is going to keep on coming and coming and coming, because we have recollected it so many times that is actually engraved in the mind. It's not easy to erase it, and that is why whatever happens, Puja Swamiji used to say, after an event, after a function, when the event managers, whoever are the volunteers, when they come and talk about this happened, that happened, Puja Swamiji used to say, now that event is over, you have learned whatever needs to be learned, okay? You have known it, so you just drop it. Don't keep discussing about it. Don't keep telling me, or don't keep telling others. By doing that, you are engraving it, and that is going to be an obstacle. So like that, in every event, if we go for a function, you attend the function, interact with the people, so many things will happen. So many people are at a different levels of evolution. So many people are struggling with so many things. Many people have emotional scars in their life. So when they interact, their emotional problems only are going to come out. The way they interact on us depends on what is going on in their life. So drop that, drop it, don't recollect it. If we recollect it, we are finished. Puja Swamiji used to say, if you get into the habit of recollecting whether it's a bad experience or a good experience, it is going to be an obstacle. You have to drop both good experiences and the bad experience, so the mind is empty, and then you can install Bhagavan in the mind all the time, and then with the knowledge, the form of the Bhagavan dissolves into the original nature of the Bhagavan, which is the consciousness. And that consciousness is in all of us as a screen. Our mind is so involved with the drama which is happening around. And all these happenings are happening because that consciousness is inside. Whatever the person is saying, how much ever I am crying, that emotional problem is only for the mind, not for the Atma. And we have to realize, mind creates an illusion. Ego does not want to die. The stronger the ego, the more we don't want to take insults from others. We have to take insults from others for various reasons. They may be jealous of us, or maybe they are going through some emotional trauma. And whatever is going on in their mind, they just spurt it out, not realizing they shouldn't have said that. How many times we ourselves had done this in the past and regretted it. I wish I did not say that. I wish I wish I kept my mouth shut. Why didn't I do that? We've all done it. See, we've all reached the age of 70. In that age, we have done so much, okay? So, just drop every day, keep dropping. The beautiful way of dropping is, which really helped me, which I've started only recently, chanting Bhagavatam, which I started around a month ago. So, when